they looked pretty broken. They look a broken team in terms of, you know, just an onlooker. Their away fans struggled with this, didn't they? You know, chants of you're not fit to wear the shirt. And afterwards, Bruno Fernandes kind of accepted the criticism, included himself in it as well. What's the media reaction to it? Where do they see this?
Well, I'll show you the Sunback page will have a graphic. We're not fit to wear the shirt. And there's Bruno Fernandes in the inset saying, you know, we have to accept it. You might be able to just make out the words there. The interesting thing about Fernandes himself, I'll get to Ronaldo in a bit, but the interesting thing about Fernandes apologising is he apologised after the 4-0 against Liverpool in April. He apologised after he missed a penalty against Villa in September. He apologised after the defeat against City in November. Eventually, he has to, you know, go back to what he did when he first arrived at the club and actually do his talking on the pitch. It's all very well saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, but what are you doing about it? And I think that's what a lot of United fans were articulating yesterday. The vitriol wasn't directed at any one person, but I think as a whole, you looked at the Brighton side and there was a hunger and a desire about the way they went about their business. That's the kind of thing you expect as a given from United, and you simply weren't seeing it. And I think all of the papers over the coming days will dissect yesterday's performance and the fallout from it. And if I take you to the Times, United rocked to their rotten foundations. The headline is self-explanatory. Paul Rowan in the Sunday Times, he was their man at the game. He says, Brighton were absolutely brilliant in feasting on the banquet of ineptitude served up by the United players. And he sums it up very well because I think it was Pascal Gross's goal, which was a superbly worked goal. And it was the kind of confidence and way of expressing themselves that we've become used to seeing from Manchester United over the years. And if you look at then you've done all the figures already, you know, their worst defeat in Premier League history. Brighton have only conceded, 16 goals? A quarter of them came in this match yesterday at home.
The scored,
A quarter of them came in the match yesterday. That's not good enough, as we all know. I'll give you one more, because you were asking Hayden about the worst performance. Is it their worst one? Jack Pitt-Brooke in The Athletic online, really good piece from him, where he says that United have reached rock bottom, or just when you think they've reached rock bottom, they get worse with every passing week. And he says it's hard to remember a Premier League team, a big Premier League team, where there was less sign of enthusiasm, commitment, togetherness, unity, and shared ethos than this United side. He says maybe Chelsea in 2015-16, but then the year before they won the league, and they won the league the year after that as well. So at least they were able to do something about it. This United side is, he says, a directionless raft in the open ocean. And the interesting thing about what Hayden said about certain players who were starting games who are leaving, I wonder if there is a case to be made for not including any player who's going to be leaving now. They clearly are either on the way out or not committed to the club. And maybe sticking with the players who have given a high level of performance, you know, like Elanga promising, Ronaldo obviously, you know, you're going to get from him, and some of the really promising players on the fringes, maybe the younger players in the side, because I think even if they were to lose, at least the fans would get some kind of sense of commitment. I mean, I'm not talking about throwing young players to the lions or anything like that, but I just think that what players are seeing from players who have habitually underachieved in the United shirt is no longer good enough. It hasn't been for quite some time.